Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for a special tarot reading. I hope you all are doing well. So for today's reading, I'm going to try to pick up on some of the energies of the U.S. presidential election for the year 2024. Today is election day, even though many people have already voted via mail-in ballots and other avenues. I'm going to take a look at the outcome of the election overall, as well as the outcome of the election for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump individually. Okay? So, Spirit Guides, I need your support here. What will be the outcome of the election? What will be the outcome of the presidential election for the United States in 2024? Connect with the presidential election. November 2024. Okay. Which is today. Oh my goodness. I did not want to see this card. Before I even pulled the card, I had a visual of it. I didn't want to see this card. What's interesting is that for this Tower card, we have red and blue, Republican and Democrat. And there's a crown that's blowing off of a building. Crowns represent like royalty, power, status. It seems like whoever wins is going to lose. The tower is can be a catastrophic event, a catastrophic and unexpected event. I'm going to find out what's going on with this. The Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles represents like collaboration, collusion, teamwork, a plan, a strategy, a mission, some sort of project. So the Three of Pentacles is not the Tower. So whatever happens is not unexpected. It's been orchestrated. Three of Pentacles. I'm going to find out what this Tower is about, but let me get some more cards. The Chariot, which is Cancer energy. America is considered a Cancerian country. July 4th, 1776 is America's so-called birthday. That's Cancer. Cancer also represents the homeland, the culture, Page of Swords, the Chariot and the Page of Swords. Some sort of message, some sort of communication. The Tower and the Chariot. This is already predestined. Whatever was set in motion, it's like somebody's watching from afar to see if their plan has been executed properly. So a plan is being set in motion, and someone's checking on, I guess, the outcome of the situation, this Tower, to see if they're able to do what the plan was. So were we successful? Did we get this done? Is that us? When it comes to this type of situation and how volatile the energy has been for the past several years, I don't like seeing the Tower card. And then the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancerian energy. It's about moving forward with confidence. It's transportation. Hopefully there's not some sort of accident during transport. If Kamala and Trump are in the same room together, that could be a problem. For some reason. When I see this, and I just noticed this here, this symbol of like the two wings of Ma'at here. There's a sense of balance and fairness, and then we have the Masonic symbols here. There is some other stuff happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of that can affect the outcome of this election. Clarify the Tower card and the Three of Pentacles, please. One more thing. You know what's crazy about this card? Donald Trump was a lifelong Democrat. I'm sorry, a Democrat before he became Republican. This is kind of like his energy, right? The red and blue together. So he's very democratic in many ways, but he became a Republican because of the DNC establishment was very corrupt in a lot of ways. And that's why Robert Kennedy could not get on the ballot in many places. But there's a male and a female here. One's wearing red and blue, and one's wearing blue. Let me get some clarifiers. I don't want to because you have to think about there's a Mars-Pluto opposition too. There is a Mars-Pluto opposition today. Okay? And Mars is going to go retrograde in a couple days. From Leo into Cancer. Which is making a conjunction with the Sun sign of the United States. America is a Cancerian country. Even though the moon's in Aquarius for this country, and Pluto is conjunct the moon now as well. There's something that we don't expect that's going to happen. We don't expect it, but this has already been planned out. This has already been planned. Clarify the Tower and the Three of Pentacles. This came out in the pre-shuffle. The Five of Cups. Regret, sadness. Six of Swords. People leaving the country. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords. This is not happy energy. I'm going to say this. Whoever... Okay. If there is some sort of plot, the person who's involved is going to try to escape. Okay? Six of Swords, Knight of Wands. And I'm going to even say this. Suppose there's like some sort of attempt on someone's life or some sort of terrorist attack attempt. They may end up getting rid of the person who is responsible, not because they're trying to get justice, but because they're trying to hide their tracks. This person could be some sort of double or secret agent who could fake their death. Ten of Swords. 6 and the 4 is a Ten of Swords. The Four of Swords could represent some sort of... sometimes it represents like peace and rest and relaxation. I'm getting a morbid thing here with the Tower card though. This person could escape or try to escape. So like, okay, yeah, this person is going to try to leave, not because justice is served or they're trying to get justice, because they don't want the evidence to come out. Six of Pentacles. I'm going to, like, someone has to pay for this. There has to be some sort of scapegoat, right? So I'm going to throw a bone out there. I'm going to throw like some, what's it called? Some lone person out there, some lone wolf, to assuage some of the anger or some of the confusion about what's happening. And this looks like what you would call a nobleman or someone with some sort of power or status. I'm getting like whoever is involved with this, they also read cards and they use cards to do certain things. So whatever cabal, this Three of Pentacles, whatever is it, whoever is involved with this situation, that's like going to be very destructive. That's going to cause a lot of grief. Five of Cups, Six of Swords. Like people will be really upset about this, and it's not just because somebody lost. There could be something dangerous that happens here, some sort of explosive situation that happens. And to be honest, Saturn is making a square to Donald Trump's sun and Kamala Harris's ascendant, and it's also making a square. Pluto's making a square to her sun in Libra, even though it's in Aquarius. Kamala Harris is a late degree Aquarius, late degree Libra. So the Pluto is still making a square to her sun sign. This is actually a dangerous time for both of them. Clarify the Chariot card and the Page of Swords, please. The World, something ending. Nine of Swords. The King of Wands. The Justice card and the Ten of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever happens, like the media or the news or the government is going to act like they've closed out some sort of investigation, but this situation is still going to linger in the minds of people afterwards. Like I don't like this. There are too many negative cards here for an election. We got the Four of Swords, the Tower, the World card to an extent, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. And the Six and the Four of Swords creates the Ten of Swords, which is like some sort of betrayal. I don't like this. I feel like I want to look at Trump and Kamala's energy individually, but I don't like this. You guys have to remember that no matter what happens, we're human beings first. So don't lose your humanity trying to defend a political party or getting mad at people for whatever the outcome of the election is. Because at the end of the day, your enemy is not your neighbor. Your enemy is the corporations and the banks and these other institutions that have spent thousands of years enslaving humanity and keeping us like locked into these petty squabbles with each other to stop us from seeing that they're actually the ones controlling everything behind the scenes. This is not good. I kept seeing this card when I was shuffling. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be like negative, but a Tower card for the election, and Mars is opposite Pluto, and Mars is conjunct. Mars is in Leo, I believe. Hold, let me double check because it's if it's not there, it's entering Leo soon. Okay, Mars is at 0 degrees of Leo. And 0 degrees of Leo, just like 0 degrees of Aquarius, represents homicide. Mars is currently opposite Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn. I don't like this. I feel like I'm going to double check because I'm not trying to be negative, or I'm not trying to like do trauma porn or whatever you call it. When you try to rile people up to get more attention, but the Tower is here, we can all see it, and we see this red and blue representation of the Republican Democratic Party, and we have the astrological transits that are supporting this explosive event. Hold on. Mars is also making a trine, a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. Pluto's making a trine with Uranus and Taurus also. So there's a trine between Uranus and Pluto, a trine between those two explosive planets, and there's a sextile between Mars and Pluto. So they're all helping each other out at this point. And again, Mars is going to go retrograde soon. Mars in Leo also represents the king, right? This is the king. Now, Donald Trump has a Leo rising. So I think both Kamala and Trump have to be very careful today. This is a crown that represents the king. This is Leo, right? Now, the Tower can be like, some unexpected news, higher consciousness, an epiphany. It's Uranian energy. Uranus is in Taurus and is making a square still with Donald Trump's ascendant in Leo. Donald Trump has an ascendant at 29 degrees of Leo. Okay? Whoever's doing this, they're going to try to escape. And then whoever's involved with this calamitous, unexpected event, what is the nature of this Tower moment? Whoever's involved, it's already a plan put in place for this, and they're going to try to escape and close the door. Like, there's nothing to see here, nothing happened, but there's still going to be some lingering suspicions, some guilt, some doubt, some whatever about what happened, and now there's a cover-up with the King of Wands, right? The government saying nothing to see here, we've, closed the book on this. This person did it. Now they're dead. They're gone. Whatever. Right? They've escaped. We don't know who is involved. Some mysterious nonsense is going on. And they're going to try to shut down investigations or shut down any sort of conversation about this really quickly. What is the nature of the Tower moment? What's the nature of the Tower moment for the election? The Emperor. This is being orchestrated by an emperor. Not a president. Not a CEO corp. This is the Pope. Or someone who has a similar profile. This is not some king. This is someone with absolute power. Someone with hidden power who we don't know about. These people are card readers too. The Six of Wands represents Leo energy. It's like a king. Someone who's very prominent. The Emperor. Okay. So this is Leo energy and this is Aries energy, but I feel like this is someone with a lot of power. This could be Trump. This could be him. Clarify the Emperor and the Six of Wands, please. This could be his energy. Eight of Pentacles. Working. Three of Swords. Damn. What is it? Celebration cut short, victory cut short. There's some disappointment here. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, please. Five of Wands, infighting. Two of Swords, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Moon card, the High Priestess. Whoa. Yeah. If somebody wins and they're celebrating, there could be an issue. There could be okay. There's so many women involved in the situation. This could be Donald Trump's children. I'm going to read his energy, find out what's going on, but it's like there's a celebration, but then you have the Moon and the High Priestess here. Then with the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords. It's almost like a sleight of hand. Like while I'm celebrating, I get stabbed in the back or betrayed in some way. The Five of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. 3. 10. 11, 12, 13. That's 4 pentacles, 8, 16, 7 pentacles, 10, 13, 4 of cups. Whoever wins, they have to be careful during the celebration, because there could be some treachery that happens when people are looking the other way. There's some sort of sleight of hand happening here. And it's unexpected. It doesn't have to be like an explosion, like a bomb that goes off. But this is dangerous. This is dangerous. And I'm only seeing danger because it is Tower energy. And then the Chariot. And now we have like, there's like this, and then the 5 of Cups. And it's supported by the astrological transits or the aspects. Donald Trump has the chart configuration of a martyr. Someone who could be used to sort of like open up or like open the door for the Pluto in Aquarian epoch, which is 2,500 years. Not the Pluto, sorry. The Aquarian age, which is 2,500 years. Pluto in Aquarius is going to be there for 20 years, but this is like, oh, this is almost like, if something happens to him, it's because he's being used as a martyr for some other agenda. And there could be some sleight of hand going on, because he's celebrating, someone's having fun, they won, but there's like a plot scheme thing happening behind the scenes that could lead to heartache. And this unexpected event. I'm going to take a look at Trump's energy and then Kamala's energy separately to see if there's some connection, if he'll give me some more insight. But something really serious and unexpected can happen today or in the few days. Like, okay, he won, but before, or whoever wins, before they get sworn in, something happens where it's like, what the hell? Everything's up in the air. Mars opposite Pluto. You don't want to start a presidency with Mars opposite Pluto and retrograde. Because Mars is going to be in Cancer until February or March of next year. And Mars is going to be conjunct the sun sign, or the sun of the United States. Mars conjunct the sun is sometimes warfare, competition, violence against the land, against the state itself, right? Against the country. Violence against the country, against the head of state. I'm mentioning head of state because Pluto is in Aquarius, opposing Leo, which represents head of state. So there's a war against the collective Pluto in Aquarius that is being waged by the heads of state, or a head of state is being attacked to prevent the collective from coming into power. And I'll get into that in a different time. But yeah, I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to use a different deck. I'll use the Harmony deck. Spirit guides. Okay. What will be the outcome for Kamala Harris this presidential election? So November 2024, the U.S. presidential election. What will be the outcome for Kamala Harris? I need one card that will represent the outcome for Kamala Harris for today's presidential election for the year 2024. The U.S. presidential election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. What will be the outcome for Kamala Harris? Please, thank you. One card. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker, don't you mess around with me. Is that the name? Who sang that song? I'm hearing Heartbreaker. It's a woman singing it. Is that Pat Benatar? I don't know. The Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. Some sort of strong announcement. She's a Gemini rising, Kamala, which explains why she's so confused, because she's had Neptune conjunct her midheaven and square her ascendant for the past 14 years. 8 of Cups. one stays, okay. The Knight of Swords is also Gemini for Donald Trump. So the outcome is Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Swords is not really indicative of victory or loss. It's just communication that's harsh, direct, honest. Eight of Cups. Are you walking away from or towards something? Three of Wands. New opportunities, new endeavors, new frontiers. The Star card. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. This doesn't necessarily look bad, but the Star card represents hopes, dreams, and wishes. If it were up here, I would feel a little better about it. But it's not. It's here on the underside of the deck, representing like the surrounding energies or things that are hidden. The Nine of Pentacles represents someone who's successful, who's financially abundant, who's comfortable and at peace. I don't really see Nine of Pentacles as a presidential situation, because the presidents are under a lot of pressure. They work really hard. They don't get paid that much initially. That's not a Nine of Pentacles. That's like an emperor, king position, or a hierophant. Not the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's by themselves, who's successful, but they're independent. The Five of Cups, yeah. That came out next to in the Page of Cups. The Three of Wands represents like new frontiers, new opportunities, taking a chance, stepping out on faith. Hold on one second. And the Knight of Swords is going towards the Three of Wands, not the Six of Wands, the three. So that's half of the six. That's like a sense of isolation and being alone, wishing upon a star, but not quite getting there. Because if this were a major arcana, I would feel more comfortable with saying that she's going to win. But I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a very subdued and humble energy. If there's a female president, if we have the first female president elected today, or within the next couple of days, if there's some contention about counting the ballots, whatever, then I would see like more major arcana, because that would represent a paradigm shift that would affect the country for decades to come. But I'm not seeing that. It's almost like not quite. Close, the Star, but not quite. Three of Wands. Not the Six of Wands, the three. Not the Four of Wands, the three. The Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like slow, steady success. You're almost there, but you don't make it. So she goes from the Knight to the Nine. Not the Knight to the King, or not the Knight to the Empress. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So she's still going to be good. I just don't think she's going to win. Initially, there's something that's like, that's going to prevent her from claiming victory. So she may announce that she's walking away from something. She's, accepting defeat. She was whatever. Some people will be relieved by that. The Emperor and the Four of Cups. Yeah. I didn't see the Empress. I saw the Emperor and the Four of Cups. If it was the Emperor and the Ten of Cups, or the Emperor and the Nine of Cups, that's different. There's disappointment here with the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. So it's like losing to an Emperor. But the Emperor could be upset too. And Donald Trump came out as the Emperor in the last spread. The Five of Wands, competition. The Sun card. Victory. Now, is Donald Trump feeling this way, or is she feeling this way? Clarify the Four of Cups and the Emperor, please. the Knight of Swords is not going towards the Six of Wands. The 3 is a new opportunity, yeah. So this is like, it's not bad. So there's a lot of hopes, but then the 5 of Cups is here. Clarify the 5 of Cups and the Page of Cups. I'll find out about this in a little bit. The Page of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Why is there disappointment and an apology? It's like, what was it? Something was, okay. I think I know what it is. Queen of Cups and the 3 of Cups. This is going to sound crazy, but this could be like a victory that was claimed too early. Someone rushed to announce they won, which technically would represent the first time a woman is elected president, but it's not going to stick. Donald Trump has a Sun conjunct Rahu. Kamala Harris has a descendant conjunct Rahu. Rahu is about unexpected twists and turns. Okay? I think that could be the Tower moment. I'd rather that be the Tower than something more calamitous. But somebody may prematurely announce her victory. And technically, like, it will look like she's won energetically, because it's the first woman to be, proclaimed as president. But something's going to happen, I believe, that's going to overturn that. So it'll go from, okay, I did it, we're almost there, I'm taking this opportunity, to like, what happened? The votes were miscounted. This is a Scorpio woman, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces woman. The 3 of Cups represents Cancer energy. The 5 of Cups represents Scorpio energy. This could be a Scorpio involved. Scorpio woman. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but she didn't win the Electoral College. Kamala may win the popular, she may win something, or there's a premature announcement, but it's not going to be the outcome that she expects. There's some disappointment with the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups here. And then the Emperor and the 4 of Cups. Donald Trump has a Leo rising. He will be representing the Sun and the Emperor. So there could have been a premature victory, or like a victory that's a little bit skewed. To an extent, the North Node is kind of sort of moving into Pisces, which is where Kamala Harris's 10th house is, her midheaven is, and Neptune is there too, and Saturn. So Neptune represents like delusions and miscommunication and some sort of fog. With the support of like the North Node, the Rahu placement, not only natally but in the transits, I feel like there's going to be some premature announcement of victory that will be made for the sake and purpose of saying, see, we had a female president for a couple hours or a day, whatever. But there's going to be some wrangling or hassling or something that's going on behind the scenes. We saw the 3 of Pentacles that came out earlier in the first spread. That's like, no, something's going to go awry unexpectedly. Like someone may proclaim victory and then it's like, no, you didn't win. Sorry. So it's almost like defeat snatched from the jaws of victory. The star will be victory, and the 3 of Wands is like I'm gonna say a booby prize in comparison, because it's not the 6 of Wands. That would be Leo energy, which is the 5 of Wands and the Sun, and even the Emperor to an extent, right? Because the Emperor is like the ultimate king. So we have an Emperor versus a Queen. The Emperor always trumps the Queen. The Emperor trumps the Queen. I'm hearing heartbreaker. Don't you mess around with me. Heartbreaker. Is she going to get heartbroken? So this will be Kamala's energy as like this feminine, but the masculine has too much support. He has too much support. The Emperor in the Four of Cups is a bittersweet situation. They fought hard, but no. If Trump, if there was like a well, there's a Knight of Swords here too, but we got a Major Arcana. I mentioned the lack of Major Arcanas here in Kamala's spread, which to me indicates like there's no victory, or well, there's a Major Arcana here, the Star card. Pluto's conjunct Aquarius right now, but it's on the underside. It's like the sort of the backstory or things that are hidden. But why does it up here in the dominant story? So this is like what's going on behind the scenes. This is what's happening out front. Out front, an emperor is successful over her. It's not what I want, because I really don't care who wins, honestly. I don't, because the corporation is still going to do what they do. And we have to, again, remember that we're not at war with each other. They're at war with us, period. So we have to just stay focused. Don't get too emotional, too irrational, and don't allow these people to turn you into monsters and just zealots for their cause. Don't do that. Take care of your family, your children, your homes, your husbands, your wives, your nieces, nephews, cousins, siblings. Take care of your family. Don't worry about these politics, right? I'm not saying don't vote. Do what you want to do. But don't allow these people to strip your humanity from you. Don't do that. That's what they want. To cause more division and dissension so that you can basically ignore the fact that they're taking over all the land. They're taking your natural resources. They're forcing you into certain situations that are not conducive to the health of the society and collective as a whole. They're trying to re-enslave us. So don't worry about what your neighbor's doing or who they're voting for, because either way, the corporations are still running things. Just real talk, okay? But yeah, it looks like in this situation, we got the Eight of Wands. Somebody communicated something too quickly, or they claimed victory too fast. But that was by design. It's almost like, okay, a booby prize. Here's your Miss America crown for 2-3 seconds. But I'm going to say the wrong name. The wrong name. The wrong name is being said. The wrong name is being announced. The winner is versus the, and I'm assuming that it's going to be a comma, but we'll see what the cards say. Because again, she doesn't have a lot of strength here. I don't see the Empress here. The Nine of Pentacles is like a weaker version of the Empress, but she's by herself, right? And she's self-sufficient. You know, that's what's up. The Knight of Pentacles does not have anything again, you know, on the Emperor. So she has some stability, some support, but she's not an Emperor. She's a queen. She's, you know, the vice president, but she's not this. Because she would be the Empress. Why didn't she show up in her own situation? What's the Three of Wands and the Star card, please, for Kamala Harris? Three of Wands and the Star card. I feel like I'm gonna get a card that indicates like a missed opportunity. The Moon card, yeah. Some sort of deception, like this is not what you think it is. Seven of Swords, bung at the bottom of the deck. I knew it. Yeah, so somebody, it's like victory or defeat snatched from the jaws of victory. Someone's going to prematurely announce a victory, and that's going to cause the Five of Cups. Like, oh my God, we were so happy, and now, we won, yay, and then, But that was already planned from the gate. Why was it planned? Because it was some sort. It's maybe be a prophecy that there's going to be a female president, and technically she would have been like announcing that prematurely made her president, right? The news stories say there was a premature announcement about her winning, either today or in a couple of days, or she may win the popular vote but not the electoral vote. Seven of Swords and the Moon card, absolutely not. She's not winning. And if she does claim victory, it's going to be some weird stuff behind it, like some manipulation, some secrets. The Hierophant came out earlier. There's something orchestrated behind the scenes to like whatever. And then if Donald Trump wins and he's celebrating, he has to be very careful that he doesn't end up in a situation where he's like gloating over his victory and he loses sight of what's going on around him, and then he gets taken out. It's a weird thing that's going on right now. Neptune again is in Pisces, making a square to Donald Trump's son and Kamala Harris' ascendant. So there's the 10th house is the house of your career, social status, your reputation, how people see you, right? Your reputation precedes you in the 10th house. This is what you're known for, your success. But Neptune on the 10th house, success can be warped, distorted, hidden. There's some deception around it, confusing, like this. And Rahu is involved because Kamala and Trump have Rahu on their ascendant and their sun sign respectively. But Rahu likes the sun more than the ascendant. I'll explain why later, but Rahu likes the sun more. The ascendant is like past life stuff. The sun represents the future, and Rahu is about the future. Period. They're buddies. So, yeah, I don't feel like she's going to win. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it'll be like somebody's going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. They're going to announce it prematurely or whatever, and then it'll be like this mad rush of joy. Yay! Then, oh, what happened? And that's going to cause like depression because there was so much hope and optimism. Yeah, we did it. And then it's like, damn, Rahu came. I have to deal with Rahu all the time. I have Rahu in a very prominent place in my chart. Rahu is an asshole. Okay? It's not a planet, but it's an astrological point that represents like illusions and fog and deception and secrets and mysteries and wishful thinking and all this. Is kind of like Neptune and Uranus all together. Well, together, right? Very weird. It's like unexpected. The Tower card. Whatever happens is not going to be straightforward. So there'll be some like immediate or initial, yay, we won. And then it'll be, damn, I'm leaving America. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. But I feel like it won't just be one thing that happens. There'll be several or a couple of events that indicate the next several years will be very contentious. Whoever is the next president will have to do a lot of stuff because Mars is in opposition to Pluto. Period. The Eight of Wands, which is also here. This is like rapid communication. And the Strength card, Leo energy. Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Now, typically the Eight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. The Strength card is Leo energy. Sagittarius is right now, again, being afflicted by Saturn and Neptune. The Strength card is Leo, and Pluto is opposing Leo right now, for the most part. Mars is in Leo. She's going to fight, but it's not going to be successful here. There could be some legal stuff going on, lawsuits being filed. This is a messy situation. Trump's going to be held up in court over this. But if he wins, there'll be some lawsuits about, almost like Al Gore and George Bush in 2004, I believe. Was it 2000 or 2004 that he went against Al Gore? I forget. I think it was 2000 for Al Gore because he was just coming off of Clinton's presidency as his vice president. So I think it was 2000. It's something like that where there's like a lot of lawsuits about this. It's going to last a while. She's not going to win. He has too much support astrologically. The sun is supporting him. The sun is conjunct Rahu in this chart. Then we have the Emperor here. The moon is also Rahu in a sense, but then there's Seven of Swords, deception, some sleight of hand. If she may declare victory too prematurely, and then either the electoral college it's something that's going to happen. It's going to expose some scandal or fraud or being premature, rushing to judgment, right? All right, spirit guides, please clear the deck of Kamala's energy and connect with Donald Trump's energy for today. November 5th, 2024. What will be the outcome of the election for Donald Trump? November 5th, 2024. Will the outcome of the election for Donald Trump? Also, J.D. Vance is a Leo. Pluto's in opposition to his sun sign. So, and his Mars conjunct his sun too. He's dealing with this energy right now. Donald Trump's energy, please. My nose is itchy, yo. My whole front of my face is being tickled. Donald Trump's energy, please. Thank you very much. Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump. November 5th, 2024. The election, the outcome of the election for Donald Trump. Thank you very much. Thank you. The Four of Swords. That came out before. The Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords can represent some sort of psychological warfare. Psychological bondage. Here, in this deck, this person is deferring to a higher power. This is resting, respite, calm energy, getting support from a higher power. The moon is also here backing this. It's almost like the moon is the crown. The moon is in support. And what I'm going to say is support, and I'm seeing the moon as Rahu in this situation. This is Libra energy. We have gone through several Libra Aries eclipses. Libra is Donald Trump's third house from his ascendant, yeah, and his fifth house from his midheaven. What am I saying? From his sun sign, not his midheaven. Sorry. Trump's midheaven is in Taurus, with Uranus being there, which is another unexpected victory. And Pluto is like, but not Pluto. Mars is making a square to his midheaven. Not a square, it's making a sextile to his midheaven. So sextiles are very supportive aspects, but he still has to deal with Saturn and Neptune. The Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of mental. So swords represent communication, right? Talking, chattering, thinking. There's something going on with the communication that he doesn't want to hear, or he's not happy about. The Hermit card. The Hermit card came on the first spread, I believe. The Seven of Swords. Yeah. Some sleight of hands happening. I would not be surprised that if I keep pulling cards, the energy will become more positive. King of Wands. That's Leo energy. Two of Wands. King of Cups. Now Kamala had the Queen of Cups. The Page of Swords. Some sort of Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The King of Wands is Leo. That's his ascendant sign. We have some deception here. There was something that's not going to be above board about this whole thing. The Hermit is a card of reflection. Now we have Major Arcana up here, but not down here. And we have the Hermit next to the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. Trump's a Leo, and J.D. Vance is also, Trump's a Leo ascendant, and J.D. Vance is a Leo sun. Trump likes J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance expresses himself the way that Trump thinks he does. He exudes a certain persona that Trump likes, that he thinks he does in a sense, but not the same thing. So, the King of Wands and the King of Cups. This is two masculine energies sitting side by side. President, Vice President. Let me look at JD Vance's chart really quickly. See if he has any Cancer placements. If he is a Leo rising, he should. Or sorry, Leo sun, he should have a Cancer placement. Now, JD Vance doesn't have any Cancer placements, which is interesting. But he does have Mars and Saturn in Scorpio. Let me double check. Pluto should be there too if he was born here. He has Pluto at 29 degrees of, wow, there's an exact square for him. So yeah, there's two men sitting side by side here. I'm going to see this as some sort of victory because, okay, with Kamala's initial spread, she had, what was her first card? I don't know, my brain's drawing a blank. She did have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords. She had a Knight. This is the first card, not a King. This is not a King either, but she had a Knight. She had the Two of Wands. She had the Queen of Cups in the upper deck or upper spread. And she had the Nine of Pentacles. She didn't really have any court cards, and the Emperor came out. This is a Leo sun or rising time. I feel like Donald Trump may get discouraged if there's a miscommunication or some sort of announcement that Kamala wins. That will bring him to the Four of Swords and Knight of Swords, right? The Four of Swords representing resting, disappointment, conferring with a higher authority. Is this right? Is what's going on here? Nine of Swords, feeling anxious or worried about it, or just upset. Seven of Swords, somebody's lying, fighting against that, and then there's a course correction. I feel like clarify the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords, please, for Donald Trump. Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords, please, for Donald Trump. Four of Swords, okay. The Ten of Wands, yeah. Baggage, stress. The Star card. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords came out in the initial spread. And what was it? The Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, something like that, with the Emperor card. So it's like there's an initial disappointment. But it's not the Ten of Swords because they're not together. In the first spread, it was the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords, which is 10 swords. And then I think the second spread was like the what's the 7 and the 3? But it was also the let me think. My brain is drawing a blank. But the 10 of Swords didn't come out. So there's like some sort of betrayal or a disappointment, but it's short-lived. 7 and 3 is 10. 7, 10, 19, 23. 5 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's going to miscommunicate. There's someone who's going to rush. Is rushing or some weird thing where Kamala is accepted as president or is announced as president, and then there's a turn of events that happens that it's like, what the hell? Some lawsuits or something. Trump's going to be back in court. Clarify the Hermit card in the Seven of Swords. This may end up like Al Gore and George Bush. I think it was this long face Ichabod Crane looking guy, John Kerry, who was 2004. Clarify the Hermit card and the Seven of Swords, please, for Donald Trump. Hermits and the Seven of Swords for the presidential election. What is going to happen potentially? What's the potential outcome? Yeah. Now, if you guys remember in the first spread, Kamala Harris had the Eight of Cups beneath the Knight of Swords. So we have the Eight of Cups here. Justice, legal system, the Empress, she's here. She's in this spread just like Trump was. And Kamala. Yo, thank you, cards. 5 of Pentacles and the Page of... Yeah, there's some miscommunication. Justice this is Kamala Harris, period. This is her, period. Justice and the Empress card, she is a Libra. And the Empress is Libra or Taurus. So it's two. She's coming up twice. And the Eight of Cups is like her. This is like a miscommunication sort of announcement. Five of Pentacles is disappointment, loss, right? Eight of Cups is walking away from something or towards something. So this is like someone accepting victory or success before it's something. There's something that could have come out and disrupt this whole situation. Some news, it was a miscount. Something's wrong here. I'm sorry for what happened, whatever. Who is the King and the King of Wands and the King of Cups, please? Who are the King of Wands and the King of Cups in the situation? The Queen of Cups. That came out before. So this is Kamala's energy again, I feel like. And these two men, JD and what's his name? Trump. One more card, please, for the Queen of Cups. The Emperor hasn't come out in this spread, but it came out in Kamala's spread. That's so it's almost like, okay, the roles are switched. For Kamala, she's claiming victory as an emperor, and Trump believes that she's a victor as an empress in his spread. So they're not showing up in their own spread. It's like the roles are reversing a little bit, but that's done on purpose. This miscommunication is done on purpose. This miscalculation, miscommunication, whatever they're doing, misinformation, lying, deception, fake news, they're doing that on purpose. They've already planned to do this. They've already planned to announce a fake winner. I don't know why. I'm going to find out. Clarify the King of Wands and the Two of Wands, but it's like somebody wants to be petty. Clarify the King of Wands and the Two of Wands, please. What came out? Did a card come out? I felt like it, but I guess not. Clarify the King of Wands and the Five of Wands. Competition. Yeah, this is winning a competition. The Emperor came out with the Five of Wands of 4. I feel like, okay, this is not going to be as straightforward as people think. When I did the reading for Kamala and Trump a couple weeks ago, the outcome was not straightforward. It was like the Devil and the Hermit card. So there was some sort of soul-searching reflection, and it's like a bittersweet situation. It's not as clear-cut and dry. It's not where you can, like, there's some Rahu involved here. And Rahu is the master of illusion and deception, more so than Neptune would be. And Uranus is also connected to this to an extent, because Donald Trump has Uranus in the 10th house. Square is ascendant. So it was like an unexpected climb or rise to victory in a sense. And it happens, so it's strange. So I don't see this as a clear-cut, she went, no. If she is announced as a winner, that's going to be retracted. If she's announced as a winner, like, for example, at 8 o'clock or 8:30, and then the polls close at 9 o'clock. So she's the presumed winner. Kamala Harris is your next president of the United States. And you see her picture on the screen on CNN. And you see people screaming online, yay, social media. People twerking on TikTok, bam, bam, bam. A few hours later, it's going to be, we made a mistake. Woozy Beezy Squad. Donald Trump is actually the winner, because there was it's something like that. We see some lawsuits. It's going to be this is a long situation. It's not going to be cut and dry at all, especially since Mars is slowing down and moving towards a retrograde. And Mercury is also approaching retrograde in about 3 weeks. It's not Neptune. Mercury is approaching retrograde in about 3 weeks, and Mercury is in Sagittarius, going to be in Sagittarius, making a square to Neptune and Saturn. Is it in Sagittarius right now? Hold on, let me double check. I need to look at my ephemeris more often. Yep, it's currently in Sagittarius. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you have Neptune making a square to Mercury, not by degree, but by sign, right? And it's going to go retrograde in a couple of weeks. And so Neptune square Mercury can be miscommunication. I really feel like this election will be like an initial high, yay, which will make the disappointment even more heartfelt. So people will be celebrating prematurely. And so Kamala will get to feel like a queen for a day or an hour. But because Rahu is there, and Rahu is a SOB when it comes to switching things up the last minute unexpectedly, like what? You would, yeah. Anybody with Rahu, like in a prominent position in your chart, any house, aspecting the personal planets for the most part, your ascendant, your sun, your moon, any houses is like, what the hell's going on here? Is this rapid, weird changes that happen unexpectedly, and then you're expected to just move on with your life. But yeah, I feel like Donald Trump will experience a disappointment initially, but then it'll turn into a victory. Similar to what happened in 2016. If you guys notice, Donald Trump keeps having to go through these situations. This is his third time running for president. So he technically lost to Clinton, the popular vote, but Rahu gave him the edge, right? But then Biden came along, and Biden, I believe, has a Rahu prominent placement too. I forget where it is. It could be on his sun. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But he lost to Biden, and there was some drama about that. There was some potential deception, potentially, right? Because Rahu does deal with deception and loss. And so does K2 too. But just, weirdness. And now there's more weird energy. There's weirdness around this whole campaign because of Trump and Kamala. They both have weird energy that gives them absolute power, or this gives them just these opportunities to fall upward and forward. That's the North Node. The South Node is you getting sucked back into the past, you're losing stuff. The North Node is like, if you lose, you still win, because the purpose is evolution and moving forward. The South Node is not that. It's like a drain on your energy. But let me just get some more information. So Spirit guides, okay. Let me get, why do I have, okay. What is the energy surrounding this presidential election, the U.S. presidential election 2024? What's the energy? Uranus. You see? Focus, focus, focus. What's going on? Really? Is too small or something? Wow, this is the Uranus symbol. I don't know why it's not. Here it is, auto-focusing. Okay. Yeah, so what does Uranus represent? Uranus represents unexpected changes. The Tower, right? Just weird circumstances and situations that come about without any warning or any sort of preparations, but you're getting warned now, prepared by me and other tarot readers. But yeah, don't expect this to be what you think. It's going to be a victory followed by a loss. More insight, please. What is the energy surrounding this U.S. presidential election? Gemini, communication, the media. Uranus is entering Gemini soon. But yeah, this is Kamala Harris's energy, the ascendant sign, her ascendant sign, and Trump's sun sign. So we have Uranus and Gemini. This is sort of rushed communication, not thinking before you speak. Jupiter is in Gemini this year. So Jupiter is on Kamala, on her ascendant, and Donald Trump's sun sign, which is quite auspicious. Jupiter on the ascendant was very auspicious for Kamala Harris and for Donald Trump, because Jupiter, and when Biden dropped out, or Biden being very sick, worked out for both Kamala and Donald Trump. So Jupiter is like, you're seeing the planets at war, right? You're seeing the ascendant at war with the sun sign here. Because again, Jupiter is on Kamala's ascendant with her North Node in Rahu, and Donald Trump's has a sun on in Gemini conjunct Rahu, and Jupiter is there too. So which is more beneficial, Jupiter on the ascendant or the sun, or Jupiter on the sun sign with Rahu there? Even though Jupiter is like in debilitation in Gemini, which is why this is happening in the first place, right? There's too much drama going on, and Neptune's making a square too. One more thing, please. Which house is this dealing with? The presidential election. What's going to be the outcome of the presidential election, please? The first house. The persona. This is Kamala's first house. Or if you're looking at what you call the derived placements, the sun is the first house. This is the house of personality, initial appearances, how you look, how things are perceived, your relationship with other people, in a sense, right? The way you relate to other people. So yeah, there's miscommunication about this person's status. Like, you won. You are now the president of the United States, right? This is who you are, lady president, whatever, or Donald Trump, whatever. And then it's taken away. So we have Uranus, unexpected change, in Gemini in the first house. The media is involved with this. So I'm hoping nothing really serious happens. Like, there's no violent event with the Tower card. But I do feel like there's going to be some sleight of hand and deception here in terms of this situation. And if Donald Trump is announced winner, let me just check real quick, then I'll close this out. If Donald Trump is announced the winner, how will this affect him personally? Donald Trump is... Oh, my nose is itchy. Donald Trump is announced the winner. How will this affect him personally? Wow, this popped out. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can represent your health. Overall health, finances. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah. He has to watch out for his health. He has to make sure that he's not... he has to be careful what he eats, what he puts in his body. His health could be affected by this. The health thing could be... Why are these cards upside down like this? Okay. Page of Cups. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, drinking something. Right? And so I mentioned his health. I kept seeing that. I didn't want to say it. When I saw that the Three of Cups at the first spread, it was a Three of Cups and, like, what was the other cards? The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and whatever. When he's celebrating with his family and friends, he has to be careful with what he's drinking, what he puts in his body, because it could affect his health. The Moon card. Yes, he has to be careful what he's drinking, what he puts in his body. The Moon also represents our health, but it also represents water, fluid, what we drink, liquids. The Page of Cups reversed. The Eight, yeah, he could drink something that affects his health or put something in his body. He has to be very careful. Six of Cups. Family, friends, loved ones. More Cups energy. The Fool card. Uranus energy. Why am I picking up Three of Cups? Yeah. He has to be very careful with what he's putting in his body. The World card. Three of Cups. He could end up basically, I don't want to say infirmed, but his health could be damaged. Especially with Neptune square his sun sign. Because Neptune represents, like, intoxicants, drugs, alcohol, stuff, poisons. Neptune's also poisons, if you don't know, right? So he has to be very careful what he puts in his body, what he drinks, because it could affect his health. If he's celebrating with his friends and family, they spike his drink with some Diddy juice, horse tranquilizer, whatever they put in it, this stuff, that could affect him too. It's going to be a weird energy here. If Kamala Harris wins the presidency, how will this affect her personally? If Kamala Harris wins the presidency, how will this affect her personally? Kamala Harris wins the presidency, how will this affect her personally? Oh my God, my nose keeps on itching. How will this affect her personally? This Ten of Cups is popping out. This is, yay, we won, we did it. Much more auspicious than Trump's. Ace of Pentacles upright. She'll be just fine. Knight of Pentacles just came out for her before. So yeah, she'll have a much better Knight of Cups in the Star card. She'll be fine. Yeah, she'll be fine. We go from Knight to Page, though. Her health won't be in danger. Donald Trump's health is going to be in danger if he wins. Just off top. And he knows this. Donald Trump has a lot of malefics in his 12th house. He has a lot of hidden enemies, and he has a lot of public enemies because he has Pluto conjunct his sun. What's going on in his opposition? Now, Pluto is making opposition to his ascendant. Even though it's not an opposition by degree, it's still an opposition by house and sign. Using a whole sign system. So he has powerful enemies that he knows about and powerful enemies he doesn't know about. So there's an incentive he has many people who want him gone because his plans may be an objection to whatever plans they have, especially when it comes to trade agreements, when it comes to labor, when it comes to immigration. All of these things are benefiting corporations who want to make billions of dollars from enslaving Americans and keeping wages low and keeping us, in servitude to the corporations. And now we don't want to have any kids. So they have to bring in more immigrants to have children that are going to be underpaid. And, they'll bribe them initially to come into the country like they bribed the Europeans with the Homestead Act in the 1800s. But now, they're going to bribe the immigrants when they come in because they need cheap labor. During the pandemic, Americans were smelling themselves too much. We were bragging about quiet quitting or not working that hard and getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. We were threatening to leave the country, threatening to live in our cars, to basically divest from the system. And the corporations said, get the F out of here. We bring in millions of immigrants to kind of scare you back into submission and to suppress wages and to create more competition for resources that will increase prices. This is all corporate nonsense. So yeah, Kamala Harris she'll be safer than Donald Trump because Kamala is in alignment with whatever that agenda is, whatever the corporate agenda is. Trump is more in danger because from what the cards are showing and his chart placements, he has a lot of powerful enemies who don't agree with his nationalistic policies. This is as simple as that. So yeah, it looks like Trump will have a humble victory. He won't be able to celebrate his victory on the day of election because it's almost like they try to humble him in a sense, right? Like, don't get too happy, MFR. We still running the show, right? They're trying to break the momentum of whatever wave he's on, and they're going to announce Kamala as the winner, but she's not going to be the winner. That's the Neptune Uranus North Node situation taking place. Okay. All right, guys, if you want to order a personal reading, the link's in the description box. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.